So, Dragon's Ravine is a pretty good card, offering some decent graveyard setup in Dragon decks. There's another effect too, but we'll get to that a little later. Dragon's Ravine has a discard cost, but sticks around on the field, making it pretty comparable to Foolish Burial or Dragon Shrines in terms of card advantage. Each card does have a particular edge, with Foolish Burial having more targets and Dragon's Shrine having the upside of potentially sending 2 dragons if one of them is a normal monster. But I think the biggest upside to Dragon's Ravine is its searchability. Terraforming is at 1, at least at the time of writing the script, which is worth mentioning, but I think Dragunity Remus is the much more interesting option. Discard it to add Dragon's Ravine to hand, but there is a lot more text on the card after that. It can only be used as synchro material for a Dragunity monster, which is an important restriction to keep in mind. But it has the upside that you can special summon it from grave if you control a Dragunity monster, which raises an eyebrow. The board presence is at the cost of restricting you to just special summoning dragons from the extra deck, but it's still a +1 in card advantage. You could just tech in Dragon's Ravine, maybe a copy of Terraforming, and a couple Remus to search it out, but then you're missing out on some of the advantage Remus could offer. At this point, you have a bit of a suite, but you could go further. I mean, if you give a mouse a cookie. And now we can return our attention to the other effect of Dragon's Ravine, getting to add a level 4 or lower Dragunity monster from deck to hand. Cards of Consonance fits pretty well with the package already, since a dead Remus in hand could be converted into a little bit of extra draw power. But there are plenty of other Dragunity tuners which fit the bill, some of which, like Achilles, have some inherent swarming utility. But I think Legatus is probably the best option to search out, since it can special summon itself from hand when Dragon's Ravine is already on board. There's also a spell and trap removal effect if you want to go deeper into the Dragunity direction, but that might be moving from what is considered an engine to a full-on Dragunity core, and we've already committed 9 cards out of a 40-card deck. But if you give a mouse a cookie, Dragunity Glow is another good search card, and we again double down in the direction of deck thinning and consistency, this time with a search option for the higher level members of the Dragunity archetype, with the added upside of graveyard recursion, and even some board presence if you have an equipped Dragunity. But with what targets for Dragunity Glow? Arma Mistletoe is a good option, special summoning itself from hand for a discard cost, then equipping a Dragunity, likely Remus, from grave, which can then be committed to the field. Another option is the upgraded Arma Graham, which ditches the discard for a double banish cost, and can even revive itself from grave. It also has a convenient effect negation ability, and even some less relevant effects dealing with equipping monsters. But I think you're starting to see the problem I keep running into when theorycrafting ideas, that there are always too many good options, and I don't know when to stop adding in things. That 40-card lower bound seems a little low, with decks containing an absolute minimum of 14 unique cards. This might just be a personal problem, where you start with one card and it spirals into an entire archetype core, but, you know, if you give a mouse a cookie. To me, I think there should be a level between cards to consider and full deck profiles, but I've been having a lot of trouble approaching the idea under a nice unified banner. Cores to consider, engines to experiment with, tech to tech in. Some of the names are better than others, but I guess that's just something for me to mull over before I launch yet another series on the channel. I feel like something in the past deserves a little bit more love and attention, maybe a second round.